A disturbing video out of Russia has gone viral. It reportedly shows a nanny walking around Moscow, clutching a child's severed head.
Russian prosecutors say that a nanny accused of beheading a child in Moscow was not acting alone.
The Moscow nanny suspected of beheading a child in her care says, quote, Allah ordered her to commit the crime. Well, she was not a Russian lady. It's hard to say. Maybe she had something wrong in her head. She went on to call herself, quote, Allah's messenger. A woman who says she's a neighbor of the victim's family believes it's the unpredictable nature of the attack which is most unsettling.
The producer who murdered his wife and daughter before taking his own life.
But the murder-suicide a year ago was far from cut and dry. Tonight, new and disturbing details we've never heard before.
The reality is the truth of what happened to David Crowley and his family is stranger and sadder than anyone imagined.
To look at the three of them through the Instagram filter of life, it's hard to imagine how it all went so wrong. David Crowley, a talented, promising young filmmaker, his smart and beautiful wife, Kamel, a dietitian, and their adorable 5-year-old daughter, Rania.
Tragic loss for an entire family. It looks like David snapped and took the lives of his wife and daughter, and then ultimately himself.
And from the start, it was a case wrapped in suspicion and mystery.
Here's the red flags.
With paranoid theories all over the internet.
Guys out here going after the truth get knocked off.
That the Crowleys were murdered as some kind of government conspiracy. All because of a personal film project David Crowley had worked on obsessively for years, called Gray State. This is a concept trailer for Gray State, which imagines the U.S. government taking away all our liberties. Kamel had told her family she was the sole breadwinner, that she was not physically or emotionally abused, but the financial struggles made her question the marriage.
He just lost his way.
A sliding back door was found slightly ajar, apparently for the family dog. But there were no footprints in the snow, no sign of forced entry. Inside, detectives would find a scene of domestic horror and normalcy. Teasing little love notes the couple left for each other around the murder-suicide took place the day after Christmas. David shooting Kamel twice in the head, Rania once, before shooting himself. Between their bodies, a Quran, with pages torn out, opened to a traditional forgiveness prayer. And there on the wall, above the bodies, scrawled in blood, the words, Allah Akbar.
Who wrote Allah Akbar on the wall?
He did.
In her blood?
Yes.
In the home office, on a notepad, more bloody fingerprints, and the words, submit to Allah now.
We may never know what made David Crowley finally snap, but we do know this. There are some 1,500 murder-suicides in the U.S. every year. They account for about 5% of all homicides, and their numbers seem to be increasing.